Good morning, Mzansi. If you're just joining us, you're just in time to come along for a beautiful adventure with a brand new author. But if you've been here since 6 a.m., then you already know it's such a vibe right here on S3. And my friend, I am so excited because today we're joined by a powerful new voice in South African storytelling. Hailing from Motwaneng, a village in Limpopo, author Kamogelo Masoga is capturing hearts with her children's book, Jane and Ruby, a moving story that celebrates the unbreakable bond between a young girl and her beloved dog. And it's so cute and it's so beautiful because through themes of empathy, courage, and unconditional love, Kamogelo reminds us that sometimes the smallest stories carry the biggest messages. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. Author, my author. How are you, Kamogelo?
I'm good. Thank you, Zanele. How are you?
I'm amazing. All the better for chatting to you, Mama. It's so exciting to always see young authors coming through because I think that you're such an example to young people, you know, people who are even younger than you.
Yes.
But this is also so important because I think it's always so great to be able to really inform what the kids are taking in terms of really great messages, right?
Yes.
So, my love, you have to tell me because, of course, we all come from different backgrounds, right?
Yes, true.
But how has your background influenced the way you write and even the stories that you choose to tell?
Okay, so as a young writer, as a person who grew up in the villages and had to move to Pretoria after matric, and then I started seeing different people from different backgrounds and cultures, I think that helped me to center my stories around the things that happened in our everyday lives.
I love that.
Yes.
And even just the different ways in which everybody relates, right?
Definitely, yes.
But you chose to actually highlight the way in which we relate to animals, ne? So talk to us, why exactly did you choose this specific bond between a dog and a beautiful little girl?
Okay, so the reason I chose this story about a girl and a dog was because I wanted to teach children the true value of compassion, empathy, and responsibility towards animals.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I love that. And especially empathy. It's so important to teach kids that from a young age.
Definitely, yes.
Sure. But now, obviously, you know that, you know, there's so many different ways people interact with pets and dogs, and,
Yeah.
you know, animals in general. What message particularly were you hoping to convey, you know, through this specific story to the young readers? Yes, we want to teach them empathy and everything. But what do you want them to take away, particularly from the story?
I wanted them to learn that animals are also like people. Just like you need to be loved, cared for, and protected, animals also need that kind of love and protection.
That's so beautiful. I love that. I know every parent out there is just like, yes, a mandla to that because the babies, the little fur babies, they deserve love because they give so much love to us, right?
Yes,
do
yes,
you have
I
a
do.
dog?
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't.
And you were able to still capture it so beautifully. That's
Yes, I did,
amazing.
yeah.
That just speaks to imagination and really being an
Definitely,
author.
and creativity, yeah.
Nah. But this is why then I have to ask you, you know, especially because there's so many different themes in your book, you know, that talk about even tackling cruelty and getting into a whole lot of different emotions. You know, what was it exactly that made you feel like you wanted to explore this, particularly with a children's book and not, you know, a book for adults?
Yeah. This story shows that kindness can beat cruelty. So in this story, I wanted to show kids that it's okay to be scared, to feel scared sometimes, and that they must face challenges with courage. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And I also know that, you know, when you were talking about the way in which you have decided that you want the messages to be conveyed, you also then had to take into account that, okay, but a story still needs to be told.
Yeah.
I can't just say have empathy. I can't just say stop cruelty. You know, how were you able to balance that out and make sure that you were still telling a beautiful story while bringing in all of those themes?
Okay, so I think stories stories in general have power to teach people life lessons in a way that is gentle and both impactful. So I think my story in this book conveys that naturally.
Yeah.
So people are able to relate to that stories because it's authentic.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I also know, you know, when we talk about just kids and the way in which we kind of really want them to be raised or how we really want them to learn certain lessons, children's literature rather can really be a powerful tool. Is that what you believe? Do you think that that's how we should be raising our children, through giving them books like this that are going to teach them?
Yes. I believe that. And I also think that children are very much easier to teach. So I think we must start teaching them when they're still young, encourage them to read and then write stories that they'll help them build a better future for themselves.
Yes. Yeah. And this is why I say young, you know, authors just like you are so important Because then the other little babies as well, they get to see that I can also be an author. I can also write my own book, right?
That's true,
and even getting them to also tell their own stories. I think that these stories like this really inspire them too. So well done to you, my love.
Thank you so much, Daniela.
Thank you so much.
You.
And where can we get a hold of the book?
Okay, so I'm selling the book, and then if people want to order a copy, they can just contact me on WhatsApp. My number is 066 564 6600.
Amazing. My gorgeous, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're not just making your village proud, my love, you're making your entire country proud. 100%. Thank you so much for making sure that, you know, you're looking after the minds of young people, because genuinely it's through literature and through books like this that really allows them to not just grow, but I think to be inspired. So well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my love.
You.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, we wish we could continue just hearing more about this successful lady, but it's just so gorgeous to be able to see how authors are able to just continue to write stories that really inspire young minds. And Jane and Ruby is a heartfelt addition to the world of children's literature, forgive me. And I think that it's such a beautiful way in which kids can learn those really powerful, powerful reminders of love, trust, and transformation. And we're excited to see how it continues to touch lives, because this is exactly where it begins, where we are looking after the future of our country and the future of even literature. And who knows, maybe someone who reads this book will one day be the president, Sana. It's big things, and it's so exciting to be able to celebrate people like Kamogelo. Right about now, my beautiful family, you got to make sure that you do not go anywhere. Why? We still got such lovely things coming your way. KTZ Foshizi, are you still all right?